Hi, everybody. I am back with another book review this week. I am talking about Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is my second Emily Henry book of this summer, of this year. I read Funny Story not too long ago, which is kind of weird for me. Normally, I don't read books by the same author, which within the same year. I kind of like to spread them out a little bit, but I really liked Funny Story, and apparently this book was even more popular, so I decided to pick it up and give it a quick read. And I liked it. It was just as good, just as witty, just as entertaining as the previous one. I think if I have to pick between the two, I might go with Funny Story. I just think that the premise of that book was a little bit more fun and flirty and a little bit more out there. So Funny Story had to do with this girl who kind of picks up her whole life. She moves to Michigan with her fiance. He has a female best friend. He ends up leaving her for the female best friend. The female best friend also has a boyfriend at the time, and since she doesn't really have much of a support system in Michigan where they live, because she didn't grow up there and he did, she ends up moving in with the the girl's boyfriend. So her ex-fiance's new girlfriend's ex. They bring up that relationship a lot, and basically she ends up falling for him, and they are meant to be together, etc., etc. It was really entertaining. It was a good little lighthearted read. This book features around an author who ends up going to a lake house in Michigan. I think this author also really enjoys Michigan. She goes to a lake house in Michigan that was owned by her father. Her father apparently had been living a double life, had this lake house, had another lover, I guess, so to speak. He passes away, gives her the house, and she's going there to kind of clean out his belongings and sell the house and figure out, what she wants to do with the rest of her life. She's an author. She writes romance novels, and she's in just a little bit of a rut with her personal life. She just broke up with her boyfriend. She's in a rut with her family because now her mom doesn't want to talk about anything after finding out about the infidelity. The mom did know about it. She didn't. So she's having issues with her mom because her mom kind of kept this big secret from her, and just kind of grappling with the idea of who her dad was versus her perception of him for a big chunk of her life. She ends up moving into the house for the summer to kind of clean it out. She meets her neighbor, and lo and behold, it is her college arch rival, who is another author, but he writes much more serious, kind of brooding sort of topics, and she has this kind of internal not an internal monologue, but sort of like this one-sided competition with him where she thinks that he doesn't take her seriously, and he also has his own feelings towards her, and they basically just end up starting a bet where she's gonna write this like serious turmoil, kind of crazy book, and he's gonna write a rom-com, and whoever can get it sold first wins the bet. And then the person who that's normally their kind of niche, they have to go and sort of speak about it or write a blurb or kind of get their readers to get into it. Anyway, they end up falling for each other, they like each other, etc., etc. It was a good, easy read. If you like the kind of fun, fluffy books, it reminds me of kind of a couple of other books like Tom Lake, just because of the setting, not necessarily because of the plot. And just kind of like those fun, easy, quick little romance books. So, I don't know, I think I gave it either 4 or 5 stars. It was a good one. It did it, and it was a very quick read, too. You fly right through it. 10 out of 10. Okay, next I'm going to be reading Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I have read Sharp Objects many, many years ago. I loved it. Gillian Flynn can really mess with your brain and really set a scene in some disturbing kind of ways. So I'm excited to get into this. Obviously, it is a very well-known book and movie. It's got Ben Affleck in it, so I'm excited to see the movie because for years I have not let myself see the movie because I want to read the book first. So that'll be fun to finally sit down and watch that after I finish this. So if you've read either of these books, either Gone Girl or Beach Read or even Funny Story, let me know your thoughts and feelings. I know there are a couple of other Emily Henry books. I think another one is People You Meet on Vacation. Maybe I'll pick it up. Maybe I'll kind of pace myself and wait a little while. But if you've read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts and feelings. And if you have any recommendations, let me know as well.